If you own a dental practice in 2025, then your number one job is marketing and sales. And you thought it was to be a great doctor. And yet, you focus all these years on perfecting your skill, you sweat your previews, but unless you know how to market your services, you're the biggest speakeasy there is. That's why your number one job is actually to be an entrepreneur, right? You're wearing so many hats, but the two biggest hats are the entrepreneur and the doctor. And the most important one is an entrepreneur. Because unless the entrepreneur brings patients in, doctor has no one to treat. But what do doctors do to attract patients? It's 2025, and the way you attract patients is very different than it was 10 years ago. What most doctors do is you sign up with an insurance plan. Insurance does all the heavy lifting for you. People just find you, you maybe do some social media, you maybe have a couple of referrals, but you don't have to really intentionally think about your marketing and do anything specific. And so you attract all these patients that want for you to be a network, that want to give you discounts. You attract not your dream premium patients. You attract patients who are within the commodity market, meaning they're looking for somebody who is the cheapest, somebody who accepts their plan and can give them extra discounts or give them a longer payment plan. And those patients, have you noticed, they argue with your treatment plan or they change it. They don't quite follow instructions. And at the end, a lot of the time, they're not even happy with the outcome. And then they're writing you a one-star yield review that you were so upset about. But in truth, this was never your perfect dream premium patient in the first place. But you didn't do the picking. The insurance company brought them. And if you want your world to be filled with these patients that actually respect you and listen to you, pay you 2 times, 3 times your fees, and are not in your office because they want the cheaper treatment, then you need to do marketing very differently. Welcome to 2025. And the worst part, not your ideal patients that will make you question your own skill, because it will write you a bad yield review and you will start wondering whether you even know what you're doing. And it has nothing to do with your skills, because then you will go and you will take more courses or you'll try to change your approach. And it's not about that at all. That patient will never get the best outcome because they're not a perfect match for your specific skill set. But this level of intentionality is what's required in 2025 in order to build a profitable practice. So what do you need to do? How do you attract patients in 2025? You need to really hone down positioning of your practice. You really need to know, what are you selling? Yes, you are selling something. Dental services is what we sell. And you need to really understand what is that, I call it a specialty within the specialty. There needs to be a specificity to your work. When there is, then you will know that a direct angle to position it to attract that dream premium patient. In today's market, patients are not dumb. Patients are educated. They're seeking more education. Your patients are already working with other providers on their problem. Maybe it's airway like me, and they're already working with my functional therapist. Or maybe they're working with a holistic doctor who's educating them on the connection between their gum health and their oral health and the bedwetting and the migraines. They're smart. They're reaching out to all of these other providers. And if you're not capitalizing on that golden thread amongst all their concerns to specifically position what you are best at, then you're going to miss out. So positioning, and I call it a niche, a specialty within specialty, is what will help you separate yourself from all other dentists on the block. Next, you really need to understand your patient. You really need to speak to that one specific person. And I know that trips so many people up, because what you guys put on social media is, we do all services for all ages, for everyone. Come on over, we're open. If you are speaking to everyone, my friend, then you're speaking to no one. And I say this with love, because a lot of you are not even thinking about this, because why would you? Nobody taught us marketing. And some CE courses that we get here and there, or we send our office manager to learn, they're not enough. You need to fundamentally understand in 2025 what drives sales. And the generic stuff that most of you are putting out there is not it. What it is specificity. You want to be very specific about the type of services that you provide. Yes, in marketing, you have to niche yourself down. I call it a niche. You have to become very narrow known for something. That will uniquely position you as the category of one, the only choice in your industry. That's how you separate yourself from other doctors. Are you still going to do other procedures? Yes, absolutely. But you're not speaking about them in marketing. Next, you have to really know your patient. You have to really understand the buyer archetype and who is this person? Is it a he or a she? What is specifically their struggles? What are they Googling at 2 in the morning? What their desires are. If you solve someone's high value problem, they will always pay you money for it. That's how businesses work. So if you're struggling attracting those dream premium patients, it is because you're not speaking to their highest value problem. You need to understand intimately for your specific client patient type what that is. Once you do that, then you will understand how to market it on social media and offline, because let's be honest, your patients are on social media right now. Some of them are watching this live. They are watching you, but they're scrolling past you. And you're a great clinician, but they don't know because you're the biggest speakeasy out there. Simply because you're not communicating it to them, because you don't know how. But we're going to change that. So your patients need to stop the scroll. There needs to be something in your social media that attracts their attention because they are on social media. All of your patients, I don't even care how old they are, they really are all on social media on different platforms. And so you need to figure out which platform to pick and how to capture their attention. Because when you do, that's how you will grow your practice. Not only easier, but also full of your dream premium patients that don't care if you double your fees because they're seeking out your specific expertise because they see you as the category of one expert on that very thing. So if you want to have more patients that are doing full mouth cases, or maybe children's Invisalign, or you want to do all on X, or whatever that may be, you have to start speaking to that person and speaking to them specifically through your specialty within your specialty. All of this, if you're interested in how exactly to do it and how to put it together, that's what I teach inside of the 8-figure practice. It is my signature program where I'm putting all of these things together and create a rinse and repeat process for you to identify what's that very specific niche of yours, who is your patient, and a very easy way to start marketing on them on social media and even through unique referral partners. And if you have a marketing agency, it's an easy handoff so that they can handle it, but they need to know what to post about. If you don't understand the marketing specifics of 2025, then you will always rely on dental insurance and on volume. You will always be struggling by working really hard and lowering your fees as the competition increases and DSOs are coming in. You're always going to be out of breath. So it's time, my friend, that you switch your strategy and move more towards boutique fee for service practice. And that doesn't mean that you have to change how you do things, but it does mean that you have to catch on with the train of 2025 and start marketing your services in a specific way. And if you want to hear more information on what I do inside of the 8-figure practice or in my private coaching, just simply reach out to me for more information and I'll share with you. All right. I hope you have a great day. Bye, all.